No. What? No. Yeah. I have a couple other ones. Yeah.
Good to go.
All right, there you go. All right, welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name is Tom.
And my name's Mike.
All right, so today I'm really excited to try this one. I've been sitting on this one for a while. I had picked this up. This is the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. So now we both enjoyed the Evan Williams Black, and that was one that we had in the past, and I was actually pleasantly surprised about how good it was. But the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond, like, first of all, you know, they are like known to be, or supposedly, like the first.
You said on it, one of the first.
They were like the first actual distillers of bourbon in Kentucky. But they are actually like the second biggest bourbon brand in the United States, according to some fun facts. But it was actually named after a Welsh man that was well revered as being the first commercial distiller in Kentucky. But the fact that it's a bottled in bond comes with a bunch of stipulations. So it has to be a product of one distillation season and has to be bottled by the same distiller with them. And then it has to be at least 100 proof. It has to be aged for a minimum of 4 years, all under the United States government supervision. So there is rules and regulations to be able to classify it.
His signature is right there when he signed.
Yeah. So it's actually kind of neat. I'm expecting great things from this one, or I should say I'm hoping for great things on this one because, but again, I forgot to look. Price-wise, it's $15.99 for a 750 milliliter. I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. Now you're talking 100 proof. What's it? 86, I want to say the normal one is, and just for dollars and cents, is $14.99. So for a buck. It's making me nervous.
We'll see and taste.
I spent a whole dollar more. No, but now you're talking 86 proof to
maybe we'll have to bring
100
it down
proof.
and see
But we can always get a reference point because it's still behind us. But
still behind us magically.
Yeah, that is a shock that it's actually still behind us. I've been trying to save it because in case we do a whiskey war, I wanted to throw it in the mix.
But it's easy enough to go get another one.
So price for pour, well, I have enough to choose from now, so that I.
No, but it's Evan Williams. That's all.
Yeah, we haven't drank out of it yet, so there. I don't want to shortchange it. I know someone's gonna.
Me.
Well, it's funny. Someone's gonna be saying you pour more for yourself than someone else. So I just switched it. So there he got more to me this thing. But no, the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond. I've been excited to try it. Now they have a variety of different ones. Anyways, you know they have their namesake of the. I mean they've been around for a long time. Was it 1879 or something to that effect?
I think that's when they did this one. But I think that's
that's when they have their namesake was dated after when they evolved. I think that's.
I think on here this was created at X time.
Yeah,
and that one was created at.
We're gonna bring it out because there's a good chance I'm gonna try it next to it anyways. 1783 they came into 1783 Ohio River in 1783. Evan Williams has been around. I mean that is crazy when you think about it. So
yeah, so 1897
is when they did the bottle one.
So I knew the dates were different. But again, it still was buggy time.
Yeah. I don't even know if there's electricity back then. Yeah, you might be lighting candles.
No, there's no electricity.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a campfire.
Do you think you got one of these wells? Or you think
you're
doing the buckets?
You went to
You're
the brook.
doing the buckets or you're the brook? Yeah.
You went to the brook. And a cold ass shower. You didn't tell me you were sampling.
I'm sorry. I got excited. The smell was so good. I wanted to get I need to get that first sip in me. I
get a better smell.
So don't I. And again, I got to give credit to the whiskey vault guys. They had said that is some of the alcohol comes up through your nose vapors and it mixes with the smell going down, and it actually
I keep trying that, but
no,
I still haven't picked out maybe what one.
Because
I think
I wasn't getting a lot of smell, and then I just took that first sip, and now I'm getting that nice. I'm getting a.
It's still for 100 proof.
It's
not even like.
I didn't even get into the drinkability of it because I just sipped it down. It was a nothing.
It was.
I'm looking at this like when I looked at the Wild Turkey,
or
even like Knob is 100 proof, honestly, and it just went right
for
down.
$1 more.
It's
and
not
you're
even
gonna
a doubt.
and
There's
you're
not
gonna
even a doubt.
you're gonna make a drink, or you want to drink it plain.
I didn't want to jump to my conclusion in the beginning.
I don't
but
even know what the smell is
no,
right this second.
I
but
do.
Smoothness
To me-
wise, and again, let's go drinkability wise. I don't know if there's gonna be that.
To me,
much.
I'm getting that nice brown sugar
Sorry,
vanilla
I was
mix.
excited.
No,
with
no, no,
How
I
easy
did-
drinking this was.
I'm trying to contain myself because I was jumping right to where you were. Like, what am I doing with this on the table? Get this out of here. That's what I wanted to say. This was actually really good. I'm going to be curious back to back.
We're gonna see.
We're
it.
100%
2
going to
seconds.
see because for $1 more and 100 proof compared to the 86, I want to say it is. Not that this was a bad drink or we
No, it
actually
wasn't.
liked it.
We did.
I think I'm jumping all over this bandwagon right now, though. Smell wise, I do get that brown sugar vanilla.
I get more brown sugar.
I'm starting to almost get a nutty smell on some of these.
I
I
get
don't know if that's in
nutty
my head. Again, I gotta
Excuse
stop eating peanuts before I try doing this stuff. But taste wise, let me just do it. I did a quick sip, so I'm gonna put it on my tongue. This thing. I get a nice little tingle on the back of my tongue. Not so much the front when I leave it in there. I get a nice little tingle on the sides and the back of my tongue. A delicious, what I would attribute like almost like a caramelly flavor, and 0 proof going down. 100 proof. Zero proof.
If anything, it makes it like to here.
Yeah, but it's like it's a coated proof. It's not. You don't taste no alcohol. It tastes like
And back to what we said on the others, the habanero brought it all the way down.
all
This
the way
one-
down. Yeah,
This is kind of only here, and it's not harsh.
none,
It's
none.
It's got a
And-
light heat,
and
so
as-
maybe
and
a
I-
little tingle. If you swish it around like I just did,
Yeah.
pretty harsh,
Yeah.
it'll go catch the sides of your tongue. But it's not brutal. It's not.
Not an aggressive way. It's like a little slight tingle. Flavor wise, though, it's like a flavor bomb in your mouth. Like it's still on my tongue. Yeah,
We might as well go too.
it's still on my tongue. Like I can
go
actually.
light.
Okay, it's still like I can. It's still on my tongue. Like it seems to have a longer finish to me.
It does have like a little.
But much like, and I got to give it's bourbon night because I don't know if they coined the phrase, and I don't want to be stealing anybody's thing, but they always say like a nice Kentucky hug. When we drank the 101,
It's not brutal.
no, we drink, no, it's not. It's a happy little warm sensation inside your body,
Yeah, I
like
guess.
on a nice night.
Yeah, but it only
So,
goes like to here.
Well,
Doesn't
see,
go- yours goes all the way down.
101 went down and hit me.
Oh yeah.
Where this is 100 proof, it's just nice and happy. Like this, it's not generating heat.
No.
It's a delicious taste on the
easy.
back of your tongue. It has a nice little finish and a nice linger on your tongue, but it's not a. So this is the bottle and bond, and I'm getting that nice oatmeal, brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal this time. I get like the brown sugar.
I get it more on this one.
Which one's that?
This one.
Okay, so let's switch it up. So when he goes to hands, yes, yeah. And this one, I haven't done this one yet. And in the bottle and bond, which was in my right hand, now in my left, I get the oatmeal, but it sat in my glass. I haven't drank this one yet,
I didn't drink it either.
but it's giving me that.
It actually, to me, I get more of an aroma there.
It's giving me the. But again, it sat a little bit longer, so we got to give the regular
Let me
Evan
sip to
Williams
get on
Black.
top.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Then you got to give it time. Come on. It must be an
And
I
what I think it is no, they all say.
It does seem after. Oh, that one actually seems more harsh than that one. For the quick sip.
This doesn't have an age statement, does it? Yeah, I'm thinking you're tasting it different in age. I 100% think so.
I don't
This
know.
is a 4-year minimum, and I think you're getting that nice oak barrel flavor, and it's
a sugary smell here too.
This has no age statement that I see on the actual bottle.
I'd have to have glasses for that one.
I just did a quick look. I could be a dope, but going to the when you put this in your mouth, the viscosity or the oiliness of the alcohol that actually sits on your tongue, and the finish, it's still on my tongue. This one drank like water. It was thin and it just kind of rolled down. It didn't stay. Yeah, this one, the Evan Williams Black.
But it seemed like that has more of a punch than this one.
This one,
which is
you know
odd.
why? Because this one to me,
It's
and you can
sugary
eat,
or-
it has a lot more flavor and taste, and it masks the alcohol in
Maybe.
it. Where this one to me, which was very good by itself, but when you drink it back to back, this one seems so much thinner and less complex. Like there's like no, you don't get half the
Well,
flavor
you
and
get
taste.
that-
Wait, if you were to start
you
on
get
this,
the
we
oak
would have been
one.
raving about it, and we did. But yeah, you don't get.
more oaky here, where this is like more of a sugary, smooth. That's what I'm attesting to, I guess.
This one gives me more of the brown sugar, the vanilla, and I want to almost say that the complex. Like I want to say I can almost taste the oakiness of the barrel more. This one's more like it didn't sit in the barrel as long. It's thinner and it didn't develop it. This one to me on my tongue itself, even when you stick it in your mouth, it feels like it coats your tongue better. Like it doesn't seem to like just go down your throat. It'll sit like and it'll last on my tongue for like a couple minutes.
But it's a easy.
So much flavor masks the heat because this is 100 proof. Remember,
I know.
So that's a whole. If this is 86, and I think it is, that's 14 proof more. And this one is easier drinking, I think, than that one is. And this was an easy drinker when we first started. Like when we first drank this.
I agree, and I'm not saying it's still
Back
not, but
back to back, complexity wise, for $1, 1,000 times I buy the white one from now on. like the white label, the white cap, the white whatever you want. And I once a million years ago had a green one, but I've yet to see it in the stores around us again. And I might only got that down south. They had a green bottle.
I'm sure
of
they
Evan
probably
Williams.
have a green and blue, just like the Irish do.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I have
I'll have
never
to look.
seen it
I'll
up
look.
here, and I'd be interested to see what's the
Was
difference
that
between them.
higher end? I don't even know.
It was still cheap. I remember when I bought. I want to say I was in New York on vacation when I bought the green one, but I could have been somewhere else because
I'll look.
I hit all the
I'll
states.
Google and see
But I've never seen it. I've gone back a few times and looked, and being that we liked this so much and it was cheap, but for $1 more, 1,000 times will I buy the bottle of Bon again. $15.99 for a 750 milliliter. You know what?
I'm gonna have to let the boys know that one as
You,
well.
you look at any one of them back there, and I think that'll beat up a lot of them that are around that $15.99.
No,
That
and
has
you-
so much more
You
flavor
have
and
10,
taste.
20,
Guaranteed 4 years,
or at
100
least
proof.
20 proof more.
This is competing with bang for your buck. When you get Wild Turkey 101, you know what I mean, and it's $25. I mean that's even cheaper than that, but it's still, you're getting the proof. You're not needing as much. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it doesn't.
Two dopes probably would, but
It doesn't drink like 100 proof though.
no,
That's a
it
scary bottle
does
right
not-
there.
It does
That's
not
a scary
drink.
bottle. I'm gonna try the black again.
It's not gonna drink like 100 proof at all.
Mm-mm.
And I don't know if you see that in a bar either.
They should. They should.
probably
and
would-
charge
they-
more
they-
money.
They
'Cause
probably
this
wouldn't,
would be
only
a premium.
because it's a bigger liability.
You know when you have the bottle and bond, I don't know if it's harder to get. I don't, you know what I mean? Well, it's aged minimum of 4 years. I don't think there's an age statement on the black label, so you probably get this a whole lot easier. This is probably a lot more common than this one.
It's definitely more common.
And I like this one. I like this one. I just drank it again. I like
I-
this one. But when you drink it back to back, I don't
Easier
think
drinker, I think, is this one. And then we thought that was an easy drinker, but
Correct.
now, side by side,
This
is
one
like a sweeter.
tears it down.
And that's,
with a
and
lot
again,
more.
neither one of them are harsh. Neither one of them
No.
are bad. It's just it's almost like you're drinking both 100 proof, but they're not. And this is sweeter and smoother.
I have a big dilemma now, though. Does it take one of these? We haven't drank these in a while. But you know what?
I don't know.
If we're factoring in dollars, $15.99. We doing straight taste. You know what?
If you factor
If
in,
you want to see this right here, let us know. Leave a comment down below. I think this would hang right here, and I bet this would beat them. If we did these four right here as our first war. Let's do the top 30, see if we like them again. We haven't done them in a long time.
it's
So,
been a while.
leave a comment down below if you want to see a whiskey war between these three, because I think this bottle and
It'll have
bond.
to be a while because they're not out, so it'll be a while.
No, when you actually see this, when it actually comes out, because we're doing them in advance in case work or whatever reasons interfere with that.
That's not a bad idea.
But
That's not.
I'm thinking
on
that,
maybe even throw in 101.
well, we don't want to go too many. Well, you know what?
Well, you get
Even
it.
better, we can do that. If you guys want to see it, because now
Wild Turkey 101's right up there too.
by the time this one comes out, it's going to be like a month and a half, and we got a decent selection. We picked these as our top 3 because
So far.
that's what we liked when we drank them. If you guys hopefully you've watched all our videos and hopefully you've subscribed by here then. But pick one, and we'll do whoever gets the most votes will be our 4th one to compete. Or if you think that we shouldn't have nominated Makers and something else.
I think you should put this one up there.
We don't want to do too many because then it's going to get too complex. If we
All
can
right,
keep it at
all right.
4.
All right.
Unless
four
you totally think we're out of our tree by picking this one and you want something else. But leave
I
a
don't
comment.
know- I don't know.
Leave a comment down below on what your 4th vote
Is that
would be.
access everywhere? That's what I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I don't know.
I
Brenda got that one. I don't
No,
know.
I did.
The fistful of bourbon?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't. It wasn't. I know. I didn't buy it.
It was
so
recommended by the PD. Said it was a good one. So
I didn't look like circulation when I looked at
I
stuff.
don't know
But
either.
if you want to see that whiskey war, leave a comment down below on which one of these up here.
Actually, it has to be because it's brewed in Scotland or whatever distilled.
Yeah, that's right. It was overseas. It's got to be everywhere.
they-
They're not going to just
yeah,
come
yeah.
out by us. But well, this is the black, so I can go with this one. You know, though, I still get a nice little nutty flavor on the black. I do. If you can't find the bottle in Mon, I say Evan Williams is still a nice bang for your buck. I
It
buy
is
it
that.
all day long.
But drinkability, I think it's
And you can afford the dollar, and you can buy it 100%, 100 proof, white label, Evan Williams. Jumps all over the black one, and I actually really like the black one. This would be a daily drink.
I would again. And
This is
I
actually
used to
really
do
good.
that.
Yeah.
I used to mix that with
No.
with Coke all the time
Hands
because it was
down.
cheap. But
I would do that.
drinkability wise,
I
I
myself
think
would put this one because I think it would beat some of these. That's how good I think it is right now. But if you guys want to see some other one, leave a comment down below on which one you vote is our 4th one, and we'll end up trying to do a whiskey war.
it would be tough because
And it'll be fun to see how
again-
bad we are at guessing because we're going to be so bad.
So,
But-
there's only, that's the only 100 proof. This is 80 and 80, I think, or 86 and 80.
So it'll be a contrast in flavors.
Right, and then
But
and
you know
got
what?
Wild Turkey 101. So
The
we'd
different.
almost have to do a 101 thing.
The thing is, though, is flavor is flavor. If we're picking
I
our
get it.
top
I
3,
get it.
if I'm picking our top 3,
throw out which one
yeah,
we need to add.
that's just it. If you're picking the straight on flavor, we weren't looking at proof. We weren't
No,
looking
we
at
weren't-
bang
we
for
weren't.
buck. Because
We
if we're going to go money, this is going up there. Wild Turkey's going up there. You know what I'm saying? Money wise.
Money wise.
But we can go back and do like out of the cheap bourbons, which one wins? We can do one of a whiskey one if you want to see something like
we'll end
that.
up doing a cheap end.
Yeah, we can do
you know,
that. But we claim
we need more. Actually, there's a lot more out
Yeah,
there.
oh, no, there
that
is. There is.
We don't even have up here yet.
And if you don't want to see a whiskey war at all, just write down negative. Don't do it now. And we can wait until we get a whole bigger batch because we're eventually going to be able to do that. But
We are staying though at. We're gonna try to get every low end whiskey
Yeah.
out there, good or bad.
no,
And-
right. I mean,
and
I want.
We're gonna work. If you say you want something special, then we'll.
There might be a couple. There
we'll
might
get
be a
that.
couple gems too that I want you to try because you weren't really a whiskey guy, but like
Nope.
there at one point I did have like my buddy recommended like Buffalo Trace, and sometimes you can get them on a steel, not like the double oaked or any of them; those are expensive. But like sometimes you can find the actual one. So if I find something like that and I can get it for what I think is a decent price, I'll buy it. But I am going to keep trying to go because you know what, I'm having a
Still gonna
great.
hold off on that.
No, what I'm saying, I'm thinking it's great. Like some of these that we have found, like this Winchester and this
Winchester's
Lone
good.
Hand, and some of these over here that were absolutely delicious and were short money. This one right here, $15.99, I think is an absolute steal. And in fact, I'm mad I only bought one because I don't know if I'll see it again. I'm assuming it's everywhere, but
I'll look.
I just happen to look.
I may have that as like the.
For $15.99, that's a good daily
The
drinker.
little-
It's $15.99.
You have something you want to experiment and say, "How's this?" and then have that.
I honestly think it had a borderline. I don't remember what Fistful of Bourbon tastes like. I'm thinking this
I
would
know
beat
we
it.
liked it, but
I'm thinking this will beat it. That's my personal opinion. Like just off of memory.
easy drinking wise, you might be correct. And it's
It's
100
tons of flavor.
It's 100 proof.
It's tons of flavor.
That had a lot of.
Again,
we
it's
couldn't-
there
we-
for a reason.
Right, we couldn't.
Yep.
Again.
I think we're getting a little bit better on getting the smell. I am getting the oatmeal, the whole oatmeal thing again. Brown sugar, cinnamon oatmeal. That's what I'm getting at the end when it's sitting here. But that's just me. Like I get them oats, like sit on it, but that's what I keep getting when it sits in a glass for a while.
Yeah, but it goes.
This is really.
It's bang for a buck. This is pretty good. If you're into
And as they say,
low
mouthfeel.
price whiskey,
To me,
yeah, it's not a killer though.
No. Mouthfeel. I mean, like it sits on you. Like if you put it on your tongue, and I just swished it around and kind of chewed on it, and it coats your tongue, and it's still there. Like I still have the finish. Like it's still giving me a
It
flavor.
doesn't disappear.
No, it's absolutely like it's
So you get
more
that-
oil
that-
less.
that-
That adds to it. That's better.
That's the 100 proof part of it.
That's
Unlike the last one we said was soap. Winchester, that was one that it was really good taste, but it was gone like that, kind of.
this one hangs around, and
It
that's the
does.
good thing. But
this would actually
at 100 proof, I'm
would
not
make
even.
a
I'm
killer
not.
mixer.
I'm not getting that tongue tingle. No, this would make a good one.
a little.
I mean, a whiskey
a
and
little
coke.
bit.
This would make it because the 100 proof would fight through the sugarness of the whiskey.
Yeah, but it
of
would be
the,
very good.
Oh no, it would be really good. That's what I'm saying. This would make a good. To me,
I'd have to look. And see.
this would
I
make-
don't think I've ever seen this in. I don't think I've ever seen this in a bar.
Overall, I hands down, I think this might be one of the best finds we had so far. Like I'm borderline. We don't have time because we've already babbled on, but I think it's going to take one of them. If you want to see that, let me know because I want to put that one right here and we do a war.
I think
blind
it
taste
might
test.
move this actually.
I'm saying blind. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Blind taste test. We take them all, and then whatever comes out majority on between the two of us because we have pretty similar tastes. We keep going with the different flavors. If we did that, we don't know what we're drinking.
No, that's fine.
And whoever comes out first, second, and third, for the most part, even if we have to
They're gonna
average,
be all ass backwards, but it'll be funny.
it's going to be tough, and it's going to be such a mess because we've never done one before, and God only knows what we're going to be tasting. Because again, I'm a whiskey noob. I am not. I don't claim to be an
I'm
expert,
far behind him because
but
I was a rum and
I know
coke
what
guy.
I like. Yeah. Well, that's just it. So that's the good part of this is you're not getting expertise. You're getting just a layman's, I like this flavor. And I hope as you're watching these, you're like, I'm going to go try that. And you try it and you see if you agree. If you don't agree with us, leave a comment down below and say, totally disagree. I thought this. And then it'd be interesting because I'll go back.
Yeah,
Trust me,
we will
research
go
is not
back.
my problem. I'll go back and I'll try. And if you think you smell this, this, and this, I'm going to go back and go see if I can find it. Because I only strive to get better. But flavor-wise, taste-wise, and actually money,
Drinkability-wise,
everything. I give this huge thumbs up. And as much as I like the black, I will
I would
forever grab the white
I would
label if I
almost-
see it.
If I might even get that on the way home.
That's
Just for sample one
Well,
of these and then
If you don't
have
take
that
it with
to
you,
sit.
I'm going to be happy because it's not going to be lonely tonight. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to break her in. But this one actually is really good. So if you never tried Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, I highly recommend it. I think it's.
And I get it should be all around, right?
I'm assuming.
I never seen it.
When I got it, it was there, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to try this. You know what I mean? Because I've heard other people talk about it, and I'm like, it's 100 proof, and I know the
other
bottle
companies
and
too
bond.
that do bottle and bond.
There's a bunch of them that do it. Almost everyone has like their own bottle and bond. It's usually one of their versions of. You got to meet that criteria. It's got to be supervised. It's got to be 4 years. It's got to be 100 proof.
Any 18.
And a lot of them don't like to put their money out at 100 proof because they lose. Like there was a point where Maker's Mark, actually, people were up in arms because they were always a little higher proof. And I don't know what they're carrying right now. But because bourbon is so huge right now, 45% alcohol, so it's 90. I want to say they were 92 proof. And they went, or 94 proof. Those Maker Mark people can let us know. But they actually went down because they couldn't keep up with the demand. Because they only made so much Maker's Mark. And they're like a smaller company and stuff. So with everybody turning to whiskey now, everybody wanted them. So they
Stockholm.
actually lowered down the proof. And people were like, don't you dare lower my proof. You know what I mean? In order to do it. And people were actually, Maker's lovers were mad because they were like, you just took 4 proof off of it. And you literally dilute it with water in order to get it down to a proof. So
So you get
you're
4 more
losing.
bottles.
But over the grand scheme,
For them,
they're stretching the product, of which, now they make a whole lot more. But there was a lot of companies like the 12-year bourbons.
If it takes 8 years,
Or 12
or 12 years,
However
or
many
5
years.
years, So
You can't just make that up.
right. So only for the longest time they sold say 1,200 bottles. Just use that.
Mm-hmm. No,
as
right.
Now all of a sudden we're all stuck at home with COVID and everything. Now they're selling 2,200 bottles.
It'd be interesting to see what everybody thinks. But me personally, ever since the introduction of moonshiners on TV, whiskey became the new wine. And all the new, I'm telling you, all the new people.
There's a lot of housewives that are going to disagree with that.
Well, no, I don't think so. Because you know what? All the new people really were like, whiskey? Really? When you go into a whiskey aisle, I remember going through and there is so many distillers now. And there is so much to choose from.
So to back that up, there's probably like 40 flavors of vodka right now.
Because vodka was cool. Rum was cool.
But rum is rum. They haven't really flavored any. It's
No, I know.
It's dark or light kind of per se.
Whiskey always had a stigmatism. Like whiskey was
was
like
the
a biker's drink or a hillbilly.
Right,
That's it. Let's be honest. That's who drank whiskey. You know what I mean? You were either in the backwoods, you drank it out of a jug, or you were. Well, that's just it. It was a rebel drink, much like tequila. You know, nobody drinks that for taste. Now it's all fancy. But
a lot of girls like tequila. I know you hate.
I don't care.
There's a lot of girls that like tequila.
I'm not saying male, female.
And
It doesn't matter who you
say
want.
You got to douse it with
Whiskey
a lime.
whiskey always had a stigmatism. You were either a biker or a hillbilly when you drank whiskey, but now
because
or a cowboy.
Because of the
Let me
movie.
see, it was the cowboy. Every cowboy was jamming whiskey.
It was the movie thing.
But now whiskey is the new wine, and they did studies on this. This was years ago. It was on the radio there's connoisseurs of just whiskey and all the things like they've developed. And people are smelling whiskey. You used to do a shot and throw it down.
I never
That's
smelled
never
a
happened.
whiskey in
That's
my
what I'm
life.
saying. How much whiskey you drink as a kid, and how many times did you smell it?
Never.
Exactly. You boom going down. Half the time you're drinking out of a
spilled
bottle,
it, drank
and
it,
and you wake up on the side of the road somewhere because that's what you did with whiskey.
Not looking good.
No, and that's the whole thing, and that's the same stigmatism that moonshine got for all them years. Because it's not that people were brewing it wrong; it's that people were drinking it wrong. Because it's going down easy. It's 100 and something proof, and you're getting wrecked.
There's no easy going moonshine straight.
There is, yes. Yes, I'm telling you, when I was in Gatlinburg, I had Jim Tom from the show, Moonshiners, his corn whiskey that I guarantee.
Why did you bring some back?
I told you we were with the families and we went and rode roast cat. We were doing the little go-karts all day and stuff, and I didn't buy any when I left. But when you drank that, it went down
He doesn't
smooth
make it
as silk. I've never seen it up here. I've never seen it up here. It was on the strip in Gatlin. If you can ever get to Gatlinburg, that's the place to be. But with that, smooth as silk, went right down. And I said when I drank it, I was like, oh, that's problems. Because you didn't know you just drank 103 proof whiskey. It just was like, whoop, right down. And it wasn't heavy corn.
Higher than that.
They gotta tamper it down. People are buying it. You know what I mean? Like you can't sell it.
Well, I guess the moonshine that I got from the Georgia boys.
No, no. It's because you can get what they usually do. Knock it down to a certain proof, though.
It was smooth.
Even
it wasn't even smooth.
You said that we haven't got to that yet, and we're gonna have to wrap this up. But even a lot of there are a lot of bottle proofs that are 123, 132 proof when you get them.
I did see
so you can get that, and we're gonna get to that point eventually. But we're gonna have to pay for it.
We're gonna get it.
We're gonna have to pay for it.
No, I'm gonna pick up a moonshine the next time I go out shopping.
There's some good and bad.
It was whatever that company was.
Oh, the Old Smoky.
I'm either gonna get the pickles or I'm gonna get the cherries or I'm gonna find something.
I'm in. It sounds good to me. But okay, we babbled.
A lot.
This one, delicious. Go out and get it. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button if you're still here. Thank you, and you should be subscribed if you're still here because we babbled along on this one. Welcome to our Storyland, and we hope you enjoyed it. Definitely try this one. This is hands down for the bang for the buck. I don't think you're going to beat it.
No, I'm going to look for it on the way home.
Yep, it's there. So there you go. Spend less, drink more. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.